Good morning, fifth grade, and welcome back to music class. Today, we're going to be continuing our work with Groove Pizza, but we're going to see if we can try to represent some of those rhythms that you know in Groove Pizza. Our goal today is I can represent and identify 4-beat patterns in Groove Pizza. So rhythms with ta and titi and sh and tikka tikka, things that you've worked with before. We're going to see how we can represent those in Groove Pizza and make some of those patterns. As you can see, we're going to do a little bit of a review of some of these rhythms so you don't forget what they are. Then we're going to see what they look like in Groove Pizza, and we're going to see if we can figure out, if we're looking at that pizza wheel in Groove Pizza, what rhythm could it be. Let's get started. So as a reminder, Groove Pizza is a website that you can go to so that you can play around with this sort of game. It turns music somewhat into a game. It's fun to do. If you have not already watched my video from last week, where I explain how Groove Pizza works, how you can press the buttons, how you can do this thing and that thing, you should go and watch that video now, because I'm going to assume that you already know how Groove Pizza works in this video. So, assuming that everybody from this point has watched that video, you all know how Groove Pizza works, we're going to keep going. So I put a bunch of different rhythms on the screen. Most of these you should know. Some of them you might not know, and that's okay. We're going to work with some of these today, and some of them we'll save for another next time maybe. So I've organized them by what they look like and how many sounds they have and how many beats they have. So our most simple rhythm, the one we start out with usually, is a ta, or a quarter note. It's the most simple because it has one sound on one beat. Ta. Just one sound, one beat. If we increase the number of beats, so we have 2 beats, then we get a half note, or a ta. Ta. Notice I clap once, but the sound goes for 2 beats. If we add a dot, that becomes a dotted half note, or a ta, which has 3 beats. Ta. 3 beats. If we add one more beat, then we get to a whole note, or a ta. So there are 4 beats. Ta. So these 4 are all rhythms that have one sound on a number of beats. Next, we have rhythms that have multiple sounds on one beat. This is called a titi, titi, and it has 2 sounds on one beat. Titi. So a titi is the same length as a ta, so that's one beat, but it has 2 sounds. If we have 4 sounds, that's a tikka tikka. Tikka tikka. Most of you should be familiar with tikka tikka. Remember, there's 4 sounds. Be careful when you're clapping tikka tikka. Some people forget there are 4 times that to clap. They go tikka tikka, but you're not saying all the sounds. It's tikka tikka. Then we have our rests, sounds that have 0 beats. Our basic is our ta rest, or our sh, which has 1 beat, a quarter rest. So it says sh. If we have 2 beats of rest, we can write what's called a half rest. Notice that these names match our rhythm. So this is a quarter note, quarter rest, because it has 1 sound, 1 beat of silence. Half note, half rest. There also would be a dotted half note and a dotted half rest and a whole rest, but I haven't put them on this list. If we go over here, here's some more advanced sounds. This is what we have when we have fractions of beats. So we have 1 sound in half of a beat. That's called an eighth note, or a T. There are 2 T's in a TT because 1 half plus 1 half equals 1 whole. 2 sounds on 1 beat. Similarly, we have our 16th note, which is 1/4 of a beat, so it's 1/4 of our tikka tikka. So there are 4 16th notes in a tikka tikka. We're going to use some of these rhythms today. Some of them I just want to remind you of in the context of what we're doing here. So When we're thinking about groove pizza patterns, today we're going to be working with a groove pizza that has 16 slices. So notice on the picture here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 slices, where we can make sounds in each of these slices. Because there are 16 slices, that means there are 16 sounds. I've also put lines here to divide it into 4 quadrants. So this is the first quadrant, second, third, and fourth. So the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. We're going to think about those quadrants as 4 separate beats. So this is the first beat, this is the second beat, the third beat, and the fourth beat. Notice how they're all the same size. They all have 4 slices. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're evenly spaced. They're all the same size. So let's see now. We're going to think about the most basic pattern first. We have, let's speak and clap this rhythm together actually, so you know it. Ready? Ready, go. Ta, 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 ta. So this is the most basic because it has 4 sounds that are equally spaced. 4 beats, 4 sounds. So that means we should have 1 sound in each of these quadrants. Let's go see what it looks like in Groove Pizza. I'm going to pull it up. Here's your assignment project. And I'm going to just make a new window. Groove Pizza. And here we are. I want to make myself a little bit smaller so you can see better. So we have 4 sounds in 4 beats. So I'm going to put 1 beat there, or 1 sound there, 1 sound there. That was the beginning of our second beat. A sound there, and a sound there. Notice, what shape does this make? The square. All the sides are the same length. And if we put the angles on, you can see that the angles are all the same. So let's hear what it sounds like. Let's slow down a little bit. Hear better. So it sounds like ta, 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 ta. So it matches. Notice that I put each of these sounds at the beginning of their quadrants. If we go back and look at our quadrants, 1, 5, 9, 13, those are the first sounds in these quadrants. That's where I put them. If I didn't put the beginning, say for example this one was off, notice the shape changes. It's not perfect anymore. How does it sound? Ooh, it's like it skipped a beat there. So when we want 4 equal sounds, it's actually going to look like it's a perfect square tilted up on one corner because they're equally distributed. Let's see what's next. So now it's asking, well, the third beat has 2 sounds. Let's speak and clap this rhythm. Ready? Ready, go. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. So the first 2 beats are the same, the last beat is the same. The third beat has 2 equally spaced sounds, T, T. So let's look. Our third beat's going to be this section from 9 to 12. 1, 2, 3. So if I want to add a second sound in between 9 and 12, and I want it to be equally spaced, it looks like I should put it here at the 11, because then I would have an empty, a sound, and an empty, a sound. Let's see if that matches ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. What if I messed up and I didn't put them equally? So there was 2 in a row and then 2 spaces, 2 without a sound. That's not as even. Ta, ta, ta. So it's important when we're thinking about equally spaced sounds that they look equally spaced. We can also check the angles, 113, 113, they're both the same on each side. If I change this, then we've got different sizes. Awesome. Let's go to our next thing. This is pretty easy so far. Okay, let's clap and speak this rhythm. Ready, go. Ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta. So the first beat and the third beat have 2 sounds. So we're adding to this first beat 2 2 sounds. That means I'm looking from 1 to 4, adding a second sound equally spaced. Looks like it's got to be 3. Let's try. Ooh, ti-ti-ta, ti-ti-ta. I think it matches. Notice how this side looks exactly like this side because they're both titis. Next. All beats have 2 sounds. Let's try clapping and speaking this rhythm. Ready, go. Ti, 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 ti. Let's look at group pizza. If all of the beats have 2 sounds, do you have a prediction about what the shape's going to look like? We already have 2 sounds in the third beat and the first beat, so we add a second sound here. Evenly spaced, we'll put it at 7. That looks good. And evenly spaced, put it at 15. Did you predict it would look like an octagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 dots, 8 sounds, and 8 lines, 8 side lengths. You can also check the side lengths are all the same. Let's listen and see if it matches. T, 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 T. It matches. So whenever we have things that are equally distributed, it's all the same. It's going to make one of these regular shape patterns. Let's go to the next one. Ooh. So now we're adding a tikka tikka. Let's clap this rhythm. Ready, go. Ta, ta, tikka tikka ta. So in this case, the third beat has 4 sounds because it's the tikka tikka. So that means we're going to have to put 4 sounds in this third quadrant. So 1, 2, 3, 4 means each of these slices is going to have a sound. Let's make that show now. So I'm going to can I just reset this? So I have 1 sound in the first quadrant, 1 sound in the second quadrant, 4 sounds in the third quadrant, and then 1 sound in the fourth quadrant. Sort of interesting because this looks like there are 5 in a row, but it's because there are 1, 2, 3, 4 is the fourth quadrant, and then third quadrant, and then this is the fourth. So this is the third beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the beginning of the fourth beat. Let's listen if it matches ta, ta, tikka, tikka, ta. Ooh, ta, ta, tikka, tikka, ta. Nice. So that wasn't too hard to do. What's next? So we can easily think now, what about if all of the beats have 4 sounds? How many sounds would that be? 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 4 is 12, plus 4 is 16. There are 16 slices. So that means that each slice will have a sound. Let's clap and speak this rhythm. Ready, go. Tikka, 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 tikka. Let's make it. So 4 sounds, so every slice has a sound. Let's check. Yeah, that sounds right. What do you notice about the shape? Are you surprised? Or are you not surprised to see that it's all the same? We can check the angles too. All the angles are the same. 157 or 138. So it's probably somewhere in between those 2 numbers. So when we have, again, these regular shapes, they're all the same distributed, it'll look like a regular shape when all the rhythms are distributed the same. So we got tikka tikkas. What's next? Ooh, now we can experiment with what if there's no sound in a beat. So let's look at our quadrants again. So the first beat has 1 sound. So we put out the first slice, 1, ta. Oh, forgot we should speak and clap this with them. Ready? Ready, go. Ta, ta, sh, ta. So again, first beat, 1 sound, we'll put on 1. Second beat, 1 sound, put on 5. Third beat means there's no sound, so I'm going to put no sound here. And then the last beat on 13 would have a sound. So let's make that. Let's reset our shape. So we said 1 there, 1 there, nothing here in this third beat, and then 1 there. You can actually see by the shape that there's nothing in this quadrant here. And it looks like there's nothing here, but we can think about this is still counting for this whole beat. Let's listen. Ta, ta, sh, ta, 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 sh, ta. Yeah, so it matches. Again, if we just add that back in, then we get back to our normal shape, which is the 4 tas. Take it out, ta, ta, sh, ta. Let's go back. Ooh, so now I've got a complicated rhythm here. I've got a tikka tikka, a tt, a sh, and a ta. Take about 15 seconds and think, how would we write this rhythm on group pizza? Where would we put the sounds? Remember, each of these rhythms is 1 beat long, so you can think about each of the quadrants, what's it going to look like. In the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Let's clap the rhythm, and then I'll give you time to think. Ready, clap. Tikka tikka tt, sh, ta. So take 15 seconds, think about how you would write this in group pizza. I'll wait. All right, you got an idea? Let's figure it out. So we've got tikka tikka. That's 4 sounds on 1 beat. So our first quadrant, 1, 2, 3, 4, will all have sounds. TT, second beat, evenly spaced in the second quadrant, second beat. So it'd be 5 and 7. So we have a sound, no sound, sound, no sound. Sh has no sound, so there's nothing in this third quadrant. And then 1 sound here. Let's make it. So, tikka tikka, 4 beats in the first quadrant. TT, 5 and 7, nothing here, and then ta. Listen. Tikka tikka TT, sh, ta. Tikka tikka TT, sh, ta. So, that was not too bad. Let's see if we got another one. Ooh, this one's a little bit more complicated. We've got 2 sh in a row. Take about 10 seconds. Oh, let's clap it first and then we'll think. Ready, go. Sh, sh, tikka tikka ta. Take 10 seconds. How would do this one? Five more seconds. Got an idea? So if we've got the first 2 beats are sh, that means there's going to be nothing in these first 2 quadrants. This third quadrant, 4 sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the last quadrant, 1 sound. So in the first sound of that quadrant. So no sounds in the first 2 quadrants. So from 1 to 8, first 2 beats. 4 sounds here and 1 sound there. Does that look right? Let's watch. Shh, 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 tikka tikka ta. Shh, shh, tikka tikka ta. So it matches. The shape is sort of interesting because it's like just a little slice because the only sound is in the third and fourth beats. Now here's a good question. I have put a groove pizza slice on the board here, and I want you to figure out how could we write this using our standard rhythm notation. When you're thinking, make sure you're thinking about how many beats are in each, or how many sounds rather, are in each of the quadrants, which means how many sounds are in each of the beats. Take about 10 seconds to look and study and think, how would we write this using our notation? I'll give you about 10 seconds. Okay, got an idea? Let's look at it together. So in this first beat, this first quadrant, we have 1 sound at the beginning. So that's going to be our ta. 1 sound, 1 beat. Our second quadrant, we have 2 sounds, 5 and 7, which are equally spaced. Our TT. In our third quadrant, 9 and 11, there are sounds. Again, that's going to be T, T. And then this last quadrant, one sound in the beginning, so that's going to be a ta. So we've got ta, T, 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 ta. Ta, T, 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 ta. Let's see if it matches. Nice. Ta, T, 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 ta. Let's do another. So, think about this one now. How many sounds are in each beat? I'll give you about 10 seconds to figure it out. All right, you got it? Let's look at the first beat. How many sounds? 1, 2, 3, 4. What's our sound with 4? What's our rhythm with 4 sounds in one beat? Tikka tikka, tikka tikka. So the first beat's a tikka tikka. What about the second beat? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sounds again. Another tikka tikka. So we got 2 in a row. Tikka tikka, tikka tikka. Third beat. 2 sounds. Going to be T, T. Notice they're evenly spaced still. And then lastly, our one sound and one beat is our ta. So we've got tikka tikka, tikka tikka, ti, ti, ta. Let's see if that matches. Nice. Tikka tikka, tikka tikka, ti, ti, ta. Awesome. So at this point, you should be pretty confident working with these rhythms in Groove Pizza. At this point, I'm going to show you what your exit ticket will look like, and then how to do your Flipgrid video, and then you'll be all done for this week. Let me make myself big for a second so I can go and find the exit ticket. So I'll make myself small in the corner. So here I've got our assignment page. Right now you're watching lesson video. That's number 1 always. Number 2 is your exit ticket. This week it's a form. So when you click the link, it will take you to that form. Notice it says Group Pizza week 2 exit ticket. Write your name below. Then you have a couple questions. Number 1, which of these Groove Pizza examples matches this rhythm? Let's speak the rhythm together. Ready, go. Ti, ti, tikka, tikka, ta, ta. So there are 4 examples here. I've put the pictures so you can look. And I put links that will hopefully take you to the same sound. So if I click this link, it should take me to the same rhythm here. We can listen. So this would be number 1, or letter A rather. This would be letter B. Letter C. And letter D. So let's say I put an answer here. I'll say my answer is A. I should also write my name, Mr. Potter. Then it says, create this rhythm on Groove Pizza. I'm going to get rid of some of these tabs. And share your link to your composition below. So we've got, let's clap this rhythm together. Ready? Ready, go. Tikka, 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 ti, ti, ta. So it says, click here to start a new Groove Pizza composition. I'll click on that link. And notice it gives me the basic one. And I'm going to recreate tikka, 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 ti, ti, ta. So that means I'm going to take everything away. And I want to recreate something on this sound. So let's say I want 4 beats, or 4 sounds, 4 sounds, 4 sounds, 4 sounds. How would I do that? Let me remind you how you share. There are 2 ways to share. You can go to the share button and then copy the link here by either on a computer you can right click and click select copy, or if you're on a phone you can select all, or you can long click, a phone or tablet, long click by clicking and holding and copy. Or you can find the link either on your computer or on a tablet and then copy and paste it. And again, I'm right-clicking to get that paste. Put that there. You can also watch my video from last week where I show you again how you can copy and paste the rhythms, the links rather, to your compositions. So let's say that was my assignment. I put that there. Next, compose a 4-beat rhythm using rhythms that you know and create it on Groove Pizza. So this is the part where I'm giving you the opportunity to make your own rhythm and do it on Groove Pizza. So maybe it's ta, tikka tikka ta, maybe it's tikka tikka ta, ta. Whatever you want to make it on Groove Pizza. So I'm going to start a new composition by clicking on the link again. Make sure you're not reusing this, otherwise it's going to mess up what you've got for me over here. So I'm going to start a new one that opens there, and maybe I want to make it a different rhythm. So I'm going to take this away, and I'm going to go, maybe I'll do tikka tikka. Let's see, tikka tikka. Oh, tikka tikka ti. I'll do tikka tikka ta. Let's listen. Ooh, that's too fast. I'm going to slow it down. And you can play with the volume and the tempo. I could make it pretty slow, actually. I could make it all down to 80. Tikka tikka ti, tikka tikka ta. If you want to do more, you can add more rhythms in the middle. So maybe I want to just add a different rhythm. I could do ti ta. Well, let's do ta ta in this middle rhythm. So ta ta in the green middle rhythms. So if I listen, ta ta tikka tikka ta ta. Say again, tikka 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 ta. If you wanted to, you could add a third one too. The minimum is doing just the outside, but you can add more here. I could add just ta 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 in the middle. So you can play around with this, but the minimum is doing a rhythm on the outside. Make sure it's a rhythm you know how to speak and clap, because that's what's going to be your Flipgrid assignment. So again, same way, I'm going to copy this link here. I can right-click or long-click. If you're on a Mac, you can command-click, or or control-click to get that right-click functionality. Then it says, for my Flipgrid assignment, speak and clap the 4 rhythm you created on Groove Pizza for the previous question. So I remember what I did here, which let me remember, was tikka tikka ta, tikka tikka ta. And I'm going to share that in Flipgrid. So I'm going to submit my video, my exit ticket rather, and it says your exit ticket has been recorded. Make sure you also submit a video on Flipgrid. So I'm going to click here to get to the Flipgrid assignment. I've got this page here. Again, if you're on the app, you can log in using the code PS91FIFTH. So let me show you that again. If I go to flipgrid.com, enter flip code PS91FIFTH. Take you to the same spots. Get rid of that now. Click login with Google, and you're using your NYC Students account. So I've already got mine set up here. And here we go. Speak and clap the rhythm for me. You created Groove Pizza, which I did. So as a reminder, what did I just do? I did tikka 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 ta. So I would go over here and I would click where it says there. Start my video. You can see my face. 3, 2, 1. Here's my rhythm that I created. It's part of my exit ticket. Here we go. Tikka 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 ta. I can watch my video again. I can click next, take a selfie, click next, and I can post my video. I can put the rhythm there too. Tikka 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 ta. I could even put the link to my composition there. So I could copy this again and paste it here. Then remember to click submit video so I see it. Complete. And remember, it won't appear until I have approved it. So don't worry about making another one. It will show up. I will get an email about it as long as you click submit. So actually, now we've done both of those things. We can go back to our assignment page. We did our exit ticket. We just did our Flipgrid video because we just clicked on the link from there. But if you didn't click on the link from the exit ticket, you can always click here. Remember to also put the code here, PS91FIFTH, if you need that. When you're done, make sure you click Mark as Done so I know to check your exit ticket and your Flipgrid video. Again, if you have questions, you can always leave a comment and I will see it on this page. Let's go back to our, oh, that's the wrong one. I want this one. To our page here. Now that you've done now you know how to do your exit ticket and your Flipgrid video. So make sure you do those right after you've watched this video so you complete the assignment and you'll be done. Let's sing our goodbye song. Ready? 1, 2, ready, sing. Now it's time to go. We've been singing and playing all the day. Until tomorrow we must say. Now it's time to go. Bye-bye, everyone. See you next time.